What's up, everybody? Nick Picks taking a look at the UFC 329 main event between Max Holloway and Conor McGregor. This is one where I think, coming in, Conor has been getting counted out already. It's kind of where I'm doing an early breakdown. Him coming in as a minus, 290 underdog is just crazy to me. That line is definitely going to close, especially once, Conor, I think, starts releasing his working out and training videos. Once he starts showing himself back to the public, and people see what kind of shape he's in. I keep up with him, so I've seen him. He's been in the gym, still training. I think he's been already training for around a year now. And then finding out that he's coming back at 170 when he's looking like he's walking around damn near 200 pounds is, another, I think that's another positive thing for him. He's not going to have to cut too much weight, but I think he's going to carry some intense power at welterweight. He had Nate Diaz absolutely battered, but the scary thing with this matchup is Conor's never been defeated by a striker. He's never been outstruck, not even by Max Holloway when they fought. And in fact, he dominated Max Holloway. He tore his ACL and was still, outstriking him. But other than that, Nate Diaz submitted him. Habib submitted him. Dustin Poirier became a wrestler and, started ground and pounding him. So all these things point to a direction of, Conor being a favorite in this fight. So especially with, Max coming in 1-2 in his last 3 weeks, I'm just getting knocked out, which is going to be the exact same thing. I think Conor's kind of going to press for a knockout, man, especially his introduction to Paramount, the UFC being on a new level. I just think he's going to beat Max, and then they're going to be talking about him and Islam, and that's going to be, one of the biggest fights in history. But for some reason, I just think that's going to happen like that. Doesn't make all the way sense, no, but beating Max is as good a victory as any for a return fight, especially when your name is Conor McGregor. You're always, one or two fights away from a title. I always say, John Jones, Conor, they probably not even one fight away from a title just because of your name title fight. So him coming back, fighting Max Holloway, I think it's just making way for that. So give me Conor as of right now.